Y'all know your boy the biggest fan of Luka the Don, but I have to do my job and answer the question. You would be wiser at this point to build around Trae Young. You play to win the game. Nah, Stack, fix your face before my words have to fix it for you, Stack. You play to win the game. They didn't ask me, Stack, who would win a game of one-on-one. They didn't ask me who was more marketable. They didn't ask me who was more skilled. They asked me who would you rather build around. And when you talk about building around, I'm talking about all things that are encompassing. Luka hasn't won a playoff series yet, big dogs. Trae Young already just won 2 playoff series en route to the Eastern Conference Finals. And don't tell me that Luka does not have as talented a team. But let's focus on this. Because you got to focus on the ingredients that actually make a team in any team sport. Stat. Luka ran off Rick Carlisle, first coach in Mavericks history to win a chip. Luka ran off Donnie Nelson. He's been a part of the franchise since 1998. General manager Donnie Nelson. Luka was about to run off Kristaps Porzingis, who was an all-star in 2018, worth $155 million and is the second best player on the team. Meanwhile, you don't hear no beef in Atlanta. They just quietly coming back from down 18 and down 26 in consecutive games, the first time in NBA playoff history to come back from down 18 plus in 2 consecutive games. Trae Young just quietly handling business. They're both incredibly young. When it comes with Luka, also comes Luka's attitude, if you will. I like them both. I love Luka. Game of one-on-one, he's better. I prefer Luka as an individual because I'm from Dallas. But who would I rather build around? Trae Young.
You put Atlanta in the Western Conference, they not nowhere around. They don't even make the playoffs. Let's be real. Both of these kids are great. Both of these kids, I'm a big Trae Young fan. I live in Atlanta. I'm always rooting for Trae. Him and his dad are cool. So it's hard for me to say this. But Luka is a problem, bro. Luka is a serious problem. We were talking about Luka for MVP of the league. That's what we were talking about. You build around Luka. Luka's going to be dominant. He almost single-handedly beat the Clippers by himself. Trae won't be able to do that. You're talking about a 6'7", 6'8" point guard who can do it all. I mean, all, not a little bit, all of it. Post up, shoot threes, crossover, pass it behind the head, behind the back, shoot it from half court. Anything Trae can do, he can do it at 6'8". I have to go against you, man. If you put Luka in the Eastern Conference, he'd probably still be playing right now, too.
Yes. See, y'all
Atlanta, the Western Conference.
Y'all do the same thing, y'all too.
No, what do you mean we do the same thing? What you saying? We look alike? What you trying to do? Racial. Speaking of racial, let's talk about this because this is easily Luka Doncic. You should know when Acho has any Dallas questions, he gonna hate because he has self-hate. He has never rooted for anything Dallas except himself leaving Dallas to come to L.A. That's who my boy is. Now, it's funny how this all started off in a racial trade. Hey, let's get the white kid to Dallas and the black kid to Atlanta and see how that plays out. Well, it actually played out pretty well because Trae Young and Luka Doncic are both balling. But let's be real about this balling. There are levels to this. Meek Mill, baby. Luka Doncic is in a different level category. 35 points a game in a single postseason, joining only Donovan Mitchell, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan to do that over the last 40 years. I wonder if that's special. You're damn right it's special because Luka is just that special. And you try to come up here and build a house with these straws talking about, well, he went and won a series in the Eastern Conference. He beat the damn Knicks. The Knicks. And the crumbling 76ers, 75ers, 74ers, I don't know what the hell they are. Versus Luka had to see my clips. Ain't nobody getting through my clips like that. Back-to-back years. That's why he's sitting there in Cancun. Let's compare them to each other. Oh, no, I'm going to wait. Because I'm going to let Acho just continue to dig that ditch so he can finally go back home to Dallas and show some love.
I'm not mad at y'all. That's what y'all have to understand. I'm not mad at y'all because you all are going with the lazy opinion, and I can understand that. Marcellus, you look a little out of shape the last couple weeks, so I understand how you're starting to get a little bit lazy. Stack, I can't tell through the camera. I can't tell your work ethic.
It's dusty back there, though.
But you said we would both beat you in a race, and you ain't got the weight room behind you anymore. He had some gym sets behind him last show. Now he just got a little backdrop. So, Stack, I can tell you getting lazy, too. Y'all's lazy take is simply this.
Okay, we going
Luka's a better one-on-one player, so you would rather have Luka. The problem is you'll have to understand what encompasses team. Stat made a great point. Luka is a problem. Here's the thing with problems. Go to the back of the book. Every problem has a solution. Solution for Luka, it was a fourth quarter. Solution for Luka, it was Kawhi Leonard. Let's not disrespect teams that the Hawks beat because the Hawks beat them. Y'all trying to disrespect the team the Hawks beat just because the Hawks beat them. It's like using a word in the definition to define the word. Hey, what's the definition of nice? To be nice. That don't make no sense. So, Stat, the Sixers were a good team.
That didn't make no sense.
The Sixers are arguably a better team than the Clippers. Or inarguably. The Sixers.
Oh, no, we're not doing
man,
that.
we ain't
We're not
doing
doing
that.
Hey, what you mean we're not doing it? We said all season long the Sixers were the 1 seed over the Nets, ladies and gentlemen. The Sixers were the 1 seed over the best team in the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. The Sixers were the 1 seed. We're not going to sleep on the Sixers just because the Sixers just lost to the Hawks. I'm not going to act like if Luka was in the East, he would have just run through the East. Because we know the Clippers were not like that, Marcellus, last year. You know that as well as I know that. We know they were not like that. Ain't nobody got to come get me. Ain't nobody got to come get me.
You're right. We don't want to go there.
What? Once again, my dear brother Noom said,
Sweet brother Noom
if
said.
Brooklyn Nets were healthy, Sixers would have been the number 1 seed. And all I'm going to say is about Luka. We have a whole bunch of non-brothers that come to the league that we invite to the barbecue. Luka is inviting brothers to his own barbecue. That's what he's doing. Okay, to his own barbecue. I'm not ever taking nothing from Ice Trae the Gang because Ice Trae the Gang is doing this thing. But what I do know is I played in the Eastern Conference and I played in the Western Conference, and there's nothing harder than getting to the Western Conference and trying to get to fight for a playoff spot. The talent is way more deeper in the Western Conference, and for Luka, for what he's done against these teams, I know it would have been 10 times worse if he would have been in the Eastern Conference.
What is he?
No. I'm not going to let you over here try and quiet whisper me, Acho, and try to get me off my square. Because, look, whatever Luka is, he the best version of it. It looked like something like hybrid of Magic Johnson and Dirk Nowitzki. Whatever that is, he the best version of it. I love you, Trae Young. You're a beast. You know that. But you ain't even the best version of what you are. Steph, Dame, whatever the hell you want to talk about, those guys are better versions of whatever type of game he has. This is how I always get Acho. Just compare them. Like Acho want to say, oh, Luka's a problem, but there's a solution to him.
Sir.
Okay. You know what? There's a solution to Trae Young as well. It's the fact that Trae Young averaging more points in the playoffs, but field goal percentage is down. 3-point percentage has both dropped in these situations. Game 7, when you need him most. Did he play as well as Luka did? 46-7 versus 21-3. Kevin, how you say his last name? Herter? Yeah, Kevin Herter came in the building to save you a little bit, Trae. I ain't gonna go there fully. But let's be real about this. Luka Doncic, golly, has beaten Trae Young in every single category except assists, and who expects him to do that? And that's even close. Points per game, rebounds per game, field goal percentage, 3-point. 3-point percentage. That big old dude out there out shooting Trae Young. What the hell is going on? So, Acho, I know you don't love Dallas, but you better love you some Luka.
Here is the problem, fellas.
Yes?
Y'all are saying who would you rather build around, and y'all are answering who is the better player. Luka got more points. Luka got more boards. Luka got nearly as many assists.
Better.
Just because something is individually better does not mean it is as collectively productive. Sal, I know you done cooked before, big dog. Sugar might be individually better. But flour is usually more collectively productive. It's more collectively valuable because flour will hold things together. Whereas sugar, it tastes good on its own, but sugar is not collectively productive. So is Luka sugar individually productive? Sure. But when I'm talking about what is collectively adding value to everybody at this point in time, it's Trae Young right now.
Because Rick Carlisle?
Because whose number 2 player don't even want to be there? Who? Luka's. Whose head coach just got fired?
Kristaps?
Luka's.
The Knicks didn't want him.
Yeah, the Knicks didn't want him, so already
That's a lot of the Knicks don't want you. The Knicks need everything. If the Knicks don't want you, I don't know what to say about you. The Knicks don't want you.
Here's all I know is this, right? Here's all I know is
according
this.
to Luka, Kristaps ain't it.
Here's what I know. Luka got ran off the playoffs 2 years in a row by what has not been the best team in the Western Conference, by what has not been one of the two best teams in the Western Conference, at least not last year. So we're acting as if Luka is losing to these mega giants in the Clippers. They might be this year, Sal. They might be this year.
Well, the Clippers still
but
playing.
last year,
Clippers still
make
playing.
that make sense.
Look, man, you can't be mad at this dude for running off Rick Carlisle, sitting there, white Doc Rivers, as you would say, because, hey, Rick Carlisle talking about that old ring, and he like, look, dog, that was a one-off. This is a new game. We weren't making the playoffs before Luka got here, and then now Luka, it may have been white noise in terms of Rick Carlisle. Kristaps Porzingis, who I thought was a beast, but post-injury doesn't seem like it's fitting well with Luka, and I'm not taking Kristaps over Luka.